Hello everyone, my name is Moon and welcome back for more Tsukihime, a piece of blue glass moon. So last episode, we had another CL Shiki adventure time and it ended up going into, I guess, to the caverns below and they encountered Miss Noelle there as well. So CL and Noelle fought, Miss Noelle lost and she scattered away afterwards. So anyways, let us continue. The unexpected intruder now departed. Silence returns to the cavern. Neither of us speaks. I am still busy processing Miss Noelle's accusations, while CL gazes bitterly down at Roa's coffin.
先輩、ノエル先生の言ってたことは、
I can't bring myself to ask whether it's true. Noelle might have been unhinged, but still there was something about me that had her convinced. So yeah, basically Miss Noelle is saying that Shiki was gonna be like, what do you call it again? The body where Roa is gonna be. Yeah, the host. Roa looks for two very specific qualities in his host. You just haven't realized it yet. So yeah, basically what she's implying is, in time, Shiki is gonna get possessed by Roa. And there's no denying that both of them apply to me. Which means that maybe I really am.
それはありえません。まったく、遠野くんまで本気にしないでください。ノエル先生の言い分はあくまで可能性の話で、現実的とは言えません。だいたいロアはここで死んでいるんですから、それでいいじゃないですか。
でも、ロアは遠野家の長男だって。
ええ、それは確かです。だってここで死んでいる遺体が、その長男なんですから。
長男って、そのミイラが。
ミイラ？まあ、ミイラですけど。私の調べでは、遠野家にはもう一人子供が、養子がいたんですよ。7年前に死亡したと記録にはありますが、その遺体はどこにもなかった。おそらく秘密裏に生き延び、ここでロアとして活動していたのでしょう。
じゃあ、そいつは遠野家の養子だったのか。
間違いなく。そうでなければ死体の数が合いませんから。遠野くんは覚えがありませんか？遠野の家にいた子供のはずなんですが。
いえ、それが。すみません。ちょっと記憶にないです。親父が養子を取っていたこと自体、初耳でした。
そうですか。遠野家も古い家柄ですから、叩けば埃が出るのでしょうけど。ああ、そういえば遠野名義でオフィス街の土地売買で不自然なお金の流れがありましたっけ？あれなんかいかにも非合法スレスレな感じでしたが。
ちょっと待ってください。親父はともかく、秋葉にやましいところなんかありませんから。養子のことだって、秋葉は知らないだろうし。
おやおや、こんな時でも妹さんを立てるとは感心です。家ではさぞ頼りにされているお兄さんと見ました。
あ、いえ、それは
Although I don't think that's how Akiha would describe our relationship.
そのあたりの事実関係は今後の調査ですね。下級使徒の遺体が出てこないのは気になりますが、思い返してみればデパート地下の件がありました。ブローブが暴れたことで下級使徒の大部分は瓦礫に埋もれたのでしょう。繰り返しますが、遠野くんがロアのはずがないんです。 今日だって普通に学校に来ていたでしょ。ロアは使徒なんですから、太陽の下には出歩けません。
あ
That's a good point.
あ、じゃあノエル先生の考えはただの的外れってこと。
でしょうね。まったく早とちりにも程があります。遠野くんは遠野くんです。ちょっと特別な目があるだけの危なっかしくて放っておけない男の子ですよ。
As she flashes me her usual smile, I realize just how badly I wanted to hear those words. A great unease lifts from my shoulders. Just as I finally catch my breath, my anemia returns. Today's barrage of surprises numbed me to my exhaustion, but it seems I can't ignore it any longer.
あとはこの遺体の処理ですね。焼却処理しますから、遠野くんは離れていてください。
I do as CL says. As soon as I'm safely back in the sewer passage, CL sets Roa's corpse aflame. In a way, it's sort of anticlimactic. The vampire who haunted this city for years met this end or his end in a dark corner of the sewers unbeknownst to any of the people he preyed upon. Of course, Roa is far from truly dead, as his reincarnation makes him effectively immortal. The shadow over Soya, however, has passed. At long last, the vampire murders are at an end. The moon shines bright overhead. CL doesn't say a word on our way back to the surface. As I stare at the back of her head, my thoughts drift to what must come next. Roa is gone. My partnership with our Kuwait is over. Roa was the only reason she and CL were here. Now that he's out of the picture, CL has no reason to remain. I grind my teeth in frustration. I'd made my peace with the fact that we would have to part. Only I never imagined that the moment would come too soon. I don't want CL to go, but there is nothing I can do to make her stay. I steal a glance at her face. I can't help but wonder, what is it she plans to do next?
遠野くん。
Out of nowhere, CL stops.
何ですか、先輩。
I brace myself for the words I already know are coming, so my voice won't crack when I say goodbye.
いえ、ただの私情なのですが、昼間の話の続きをしていいですか？
She must be referring to our conversation about her immortality.
全然いいですけど、先輩の体がアルクエイドみたいってことですか？
CL nods, her gaze fixed firmly forward. A tense silence stretches between us. Finally, CL takes a deep breath and breaks it.
もしもの話ですよ。遠野くんは違うと言いましたけど、私が本当に吸血鬼だったらどうしますか？
My mind goes blank for a moment. I don't understand what she is trying to say.
私は彼女と同じなんです。彼女が経験のない吸血鬼であるように、私は自覚のない吸血鬼なのかもしれない。
She sounds more like she's talking to herself than to me. I don't know what to say. I'm not qualified to offer her comfort nor to argue her point. But what I do know is that she's laying her greatest vulnerability at my feet. So a lie or half-truth won't cut it. I just have to tell her my honest feelings.
いいです。そんなの。
え？
だから、いいって言ったんです。たとえ吸血鬼でも、俺は先輩が好きだよ。
CL jumps like she's had cold water poured down on her back. She wheels around to face me.
そうですか？吸血鬼に例えたのは別の意図だったのですが、私を信じられるかどうかといった。事件も解決しましたし、遠野くんの記憶を消すかどうか決めなくてはいけないので。
そうですよね。そういう話ですよね。もちろん信じます。っていうか、先輩の秘密はちゃんと守ります。
CL's cheeks flush red, but I feel my own face burning even brighter. How am I so bad at reading between the lines?
とにかく、俺にとってシエル先輩は何があってもシエル先輩ってことです。それより、早く帰りましょう。ここ寒いですから。
In trying to change the subject, I end up blundering headfirst into the very topic I've been trying to avoid. We should head home. What does home mean to CL now? My brain freezes. I stare at the ground, terrified to look CL in the eyes.
遠野くん。
Her voice rings clear through the frigid air. Its colorless tone tells me that there is no avoiding what comes next.
何？
I keep my eyes firmly lowered.
私が何のためにこの町に来たか知っていますよね。
もちろん。ロアを退治するためです。
ええ。けど、その理由までは話していませんでした。本当は今夜、二人で街に出た時にお話ししようと思ってたんですけど、なんか、あっけなく終わっちゃいましたね。
そうですね。拍子抜けするぐらい、あっけなく終わりました。
Then again, this moment was always coming. Fate conspired to bring it about sooner than I expected, but it was only ever a matter of time.
けど、先輩がロアを追っていたのは、教会の仕事だったからでしょう。
ええ。私の所属しているチームは、なんていうか、あんまり仕事がないんです。あっても年に数回、ちょっと呼び出される程度で。ですから今回の件は、私の独断なんです。私は教会の指示ではなく、自分の意志でこの町にやってきました。
先輩の意志？
はい。私は自分の事情だけで行動していました。私は人間として死にたいから、ずっとロアを追っていたんです。私の体がこんなになってしまったのは、彼に原因がありましたから。
She wants to die. Okay.
それだけのために、私はこうして生きながらえてきました。けど、それも終わりです。代行者になってから6年間、長かったのか短かったのか、よくはわかりませんけど。
The colorless voice falls silent. A slender hand comes into view.
顔を上げてください。最後は笑顔で。と言ったのは遠野くんの方ですよ。
CL weaves her fingers through mine. Her face lights up with the same brilliant smile that's given me courage time and time again.
遠野くんには感謝しています。私の仕事はこれでおしまいです。あとは残った自分の責任を果たさなくちゃいけません。
先輩、やっぱり。
You're really leaving?
記憶を消そうと思ったけど、やめます。遠野くんには嫌われたくありませんから。今までありがとうございました。私、こんなに嬉しかったの久しぶりです。ですから、最後に握手しましょう。
Ah, so that's why she took my hand. I finally answered her grip, squeezing back tightly. With so many emotions swirling through my chest, I can't do anything else in the moment. The only thing I can give back to her is this simple gesture.
それではお別れです。ですね。私がいなくなっても、乾くんと仲良くしてくださいね。私、遠野くんと乾くんみたいな学生になりたかった。あとですね。あんまりメガネを外しちゃダメですよ。得意なものは得意なものを引き寄せるんです。今回は解決しましたけど、次はどうなるかわからないんですから。
はい。それは知ってます。昔、厳しく教えてくれた人がいましたから。そもそもですね、俺がメガネを外したのはここ最近の話ですよ。
そうですか。それを聞いて安心しました。
CL's fingers withdraw from mine. Our handshake undone, we both take a few steps back. She already feels so far beyond my reach.
先輩、また会えますか？俺たち。
The question swells within me until I can't hold on it any longer.
もちろん、縁があればきっと。だって私も遠野くんもまだ生きているんですから。
Yeah, maybe she's right. As long as we're alive, there'll always be hope. The fact that we even met at all is proof of that.
もうちょっとだけお話がしたかったけど、キリがないからここまでにします。遠野くんにはこんなのばっかりですね。
With an embarrassed smile, CL turns her back to me.
それじゃあさよなら。帰り道、迷わないように気をつけて。
So she's gone? For the final time? How many times is it now? Like they're saying, oh, CL leaves, and then she comes back. Everyone loses their memories. She comes back. Okay. I can't say anything back. I can't stop her from walking away. Just like that, the girl I've been chasing after vanishes into the night. The emptiness in my chest is the only proof she was even real.
そっか。今になってようやくわかった。
But my heart is at peace. I feel none of the depression or self-loathing that plagued me yesterday. Part of me knew from the start that CL and I could never be together. That we live in different worlds and different times. All lives diverge sooner or later, It wasn't the thought of parting itself that hurt so much, but doing so without a proper farewell. But this time, it's not like that. This time, we've said goodbye with a smile. So now I can let her go with no regrets. Or so I have to believe.
戻ろう。いつまでもここにはいられない。
I silence my wayward thoughts and set off. Soya's long night has come to a close. Now it's time to leave these memories behind me and return to my normal life. Okay, what do we do next though? Is he just gonna be like super sad? Oh, this is a new place. I arrive safely back at the mansion. It's already after 9 p.m., over an hour past curfew.
お帰りなさいませ、四季さん。
It has been a long time since we've seen her. Like, pretty much most of the people in the mansion. Yeah, it's been a long time. We're always outside.
お疲れでなければ何よりです。今日は幾分遅いお帰りになりましたが、お体の具合はいかがですか？
Kohaku greets me in the lobby. She must have been waiting here for a while now, watching the front gate for my return.
ただいま琥珀さん。それとごめん。ちょっと使用で遅くなっただけで、具合を悪くしたとかじゃないんです。
いえ、無事に帰ってきていただけたのならいいんです。ご夕飯でしたらすぐにご用意いたしますので、今の方でお待ちいただければ。
あ、今には秋葉はいる。
I'm used to breaking curfew at this point, but I'm not sure I can face Akiha while Miss Noel's words, still weigh on my mind.
いえいえ、秋葉様でしたらお部屋の方に戻られていますので、どうかご安心くださいな。お小言は明日の朝にまで持ち越しということで。
いや、そういうわけじゃないんだけど。あのさ、琥珀さん。この家に俺と秋葉以外の兄弟がいたって話聞いたことがある。
四季さんと秋葉様以外のご子息様ですか？そういった話はないと思いますよ。どうしたんですか、四季さん。何かあったんですか？
いや、ただ俺に兄貴がいたかもしれないってそんな話を聞いてさ、ちょっと記憶に自信がなくて。
四季さんと秋葉様は二人きりの兄弟ですよ。幼い頃からお屋敷で働いている私が言うんですから、間違いはありません。
Kohaku beams with pride. I guess she would know, especially if she's been working here since.
琥珀さん、昔からここで働いてたんですか？
はい、見習いとしてですが、翡翠ちゃんと一緒に簡単なお手伝いをさせていただいておりました。何分昔のお話ですから、四季さんが覚えていらっしゃらないのは当然だと思います。
いや、でも会っているなら少しは覚えているべきですけど。
I can't believe I'd forget something like that.
それは仕方のないことです。昔の遠野邸はご来賓の方も多かったですし、何より子供の頃の話ですから。今ですらこんな大きなお屋敷なんですよ。子供の視点では果てのない迷路のように思えたものです。この本館だけでも覚えきれなかったのに、今はもう取り壊されたテニスコート横の迎賓館や植物園、離れのお屋敷もありました。ご親戚の方々も滞在していましたし、あの頃誰がどこにいたのかを把握していたのは、それこそご当主であらせられた牧久様だけかと存じます。
そうですね。言われてみれば確かに。
I do remember being warned at great length that for my own safety, I was never to enter the second floor or the guest house unsupervised. In a mansion this large, two people could conceivably live out their entire childhoods without ever seeing each other. I mean, it's massive house.
そうですとも。明葉様がお忙しいので、今はお暇を出されていますが、乗馬用の馬屋もあったんですから。あの頃のお庭は毎日がお祭りのようで、大変楽しゅうございました。
With a wistful smile, Kohaku departs for the kitchen.
俺より年上で何年も前に死んだ養子か。
No, Kohaku's right. There's no point in dwelling on this. Perhaps there really was someone in the mansion who Roa chose as his host. Someone who really was transformed into a vampire and fled the mansion to live on in the city's underbelly, but tracking them down won't change the past.
明葉が知らないなら無理に伝える必要はないよな。もう終わったことなんだから。
With that, I head to the parlor. I'm not particularly hungry, but I shouldn't skip meals. I need all the energy I can get right now. Okay. Time to go to bed and dream about Miss CL. After finishing dinner and taking a bath, I collapse into bed. I draw the covers over myself and stare vacantly at the ceiling. Where once I felt a sense of foreboding at the prospect of sleep, I now feel only release. Or perhaps that's just another word for emptiness. It's over. All I have to show for my adventures are memories and scars. Tomorrow I'll go back to being an ordinary high schooler. I've done enough fighting, enough killing. It's time to forget. I'll forget everything, and when I wake up tomorrow, I shake away the memory encroaching my mind. CL is long gone, not that I could have asked for her to stay on my own selfish account.
くそ、そんなわけなかったんだ。
I always knew CL and I lived in different worlds. That's why I accepted that our parting was for the best. I wanted to show her that I understood, for fear that she might resent me otherwise. But now I'm living with the consequences. That bluster about saying goodbye with a smile was no more than a mask for my feelings. I couldn't forget our time together, even if I tried. If I'd known it would hurt so much, maybe I should have asked her to erase my memories after.
バカか。俺は。
I quash the thought before I can finish it. It's too late for this, so I need to go to sleep. Acceptance will set in by tomorrow, I'm sure. But that's how it always goes. The darkness of sleep will wash away my memories, and when I resurface, if I resurface, I'll greet the morning anew. Clinging to that hope, I surrender my body and mind to exhaustion. Is he gonna wake up again? In the middle of the night? He's waking, I told you. Or is he? It would be so nice to walk around the city at night. Like with no people, is what I'm saying. Okay, so what is happening now? Who is the next enemy? I mean, Miss Noelle, she escaped, right? So she might just come back anyway? Okay, this is Miss Noel, I think. Where there once a public park, now only a sea of rubble remains. Though the investigation into the mysterious gas explosion that birthed it was shelved within a day, the area remains sealed off by the police. The crater is as desolate and silent as the grave. And it is to this blasted wasteland that Sister Noel has fled in agony and desperation. With her paralyzed leg unable to offer support, she descends the debris on the hands and knees. Her face is smeared with filth. Her habit is torn to shreds. Her wounded shoulder is black with necrosis. Okay. It would be hard to imagine a more pitiful sight. Someone in the know might think her a lesser-dead apostle or even the shambling dead. None would believe that she was, until mere hours ago, an executor. Her leg catches on a mound of debris, sending her tumbling down the slope like a discarded bag of garbage. She stifles a scream that she wants to tear through her throat. Although no one is chasing her now, silence is still imperative. She's fleeing from many things. From her mentor and fellow executor. From the insufferable superior who demanded she deliver her report in person. And most of all, from a burning thirst that only blood can slake.
治療なんて受けられるわけないじゃない。
The agony in her shoulder is enough to make her weep. A spider. Ordinarily, she would visit a church local headquarters for treatment, but that is no longer an option. Submitting to a medical inspection in her current condition would be tantamount to death. Between her putrefying arm and her burning throat, her sanity is under assault from two fronts. Anyone else would think of only trying to weather the storm, but not her. In this, her darkest hour, her thoughts are filled with nothing but hate.
何あれ何よあれ何なのよ
She pounds her left fist, her only functional limb, into the ground. With a surge of bitterness, she reflects on the battle she just lost. It was almost before it began, or it's over, I mean. She knew she had no chance of winning a fair fight. Her only hope was the element of surprise, so she would draw her enemy's attention with a feint, creating an opening to kill the young man behind her. It was a perfect plan. But her perfect plan never stood a chance. Then how about this? She threw her first 3 black keys with all she had, only for them to be deflected back. That much she expected, though she had secretly hoped that one might find its mark. But then she was bested before her master stroke ever left her hand. And then she got hit there. In that moment she knew despair. Her mind flooded with masochistic self-loathing. I never even saw her move. How am I supposed to fight that? I always knew I was weaker, but I worked all 6 years to catch up, and I was so sure I had. How? How has she widened, or how has she widened the gap even more than before? I'm not even a worm beneath her boot. On your feet, Sister Noelle. She called her sister, then not executor, not disciple, but sister. As if to say her other titles no longer applied. Well, so be it. She knows full well that she has strayed from the right path. This day was going to come, with or without Shikitono. And yet.
悔しい。
She howls her resentment into the night. How dare she look so weak? How dare she act so vulnerable? How dare she bare her heart? How dare she show humanity? So underhanded, an unforgivable betrayal. How dare she? For 6 years, Noelle kept her resentment in check. For 6 years, she repressed her envy of CL's genius, comforted that her partner was bound by chains no amount of talent can break. But then how is she to explain what just transpired? Her thirst for vengeance was quelled by one thought alone. CL is no longer a human being, but a hero. But what if that were proven false? What if CL's inhumanity was only a facade? What if in her heart of hearts, she sought happiness like anybody else? Then there could be no greater betrayal. CL must atone that much she owes to Miss Noelle. She must pay the price for ruining everything. Does she think she can sneer at that obligation from behind her mask? Only on account of her freakish strength was she allowed back into the fold. Only because of her inhumanity were her sins forgiven. A mere human would be granted no such clemency. Sin demands punishment, evil demands retribution, cruelty demands cruelty in return. If CL were human, her crimes would cry for answer.
なのに何もできない。強いからって幸せになるの？私は弱いからこのまま死ねっていうの？悔しい。私があいつよりもっと強かったら。
Strong enough to deliver God's punishment. So Miss Noelle is gonna be the enemy? The final enemy? Strong enough to show that Iron Maiden didn't mindless killing machine her place. She claws mindlessly at the rubble, tearing out her nails, wearing her fingertips down to bloody nubs.
神様。
I beseech you, grant me salvation, and rain down upon her just retribution. The fallen executor goes on spewing vile curses in her hysteria. She has long forgotten the core tenet of prayer, that above all else none or one offers them to not seek worldly benefit, never mind personal profit.
でもそれが大変いいのです。私、その祈りだけで十分おかずにできちゃいそう。
That's the doctor, right? I mean, I know her voice. That's why there was a spider earlier. Dr. Arak. Dr. Arachnid. Noelle spins around to face the source of the voice, oblivious to the trap that has just snapped shut.
は こんばんは。こんなところに隠れ家を作ってるなんていけない子ね。ま、そのあたりはどうでもいいけど。なーに？ノエルちゃんは強くなれればそれでいいの？
Noelle struggles to comprehend what is happening. She has been camping out in this crater to avoid being found by Mario. But not even CL knows of her hiding place, so how did this strange woman track her down?
来ないで。誰よ、あなた。私は通りすがりの善人よ。ノエルちゃんにちなんでスクルージとか名乗ってもいいんだけど、私キャロルはなんか嫌いなのだわ。だってあれ、強者が弱者になっちゃう話じゃない？愛が足りないんだってば、愛が。その点私はラブ大サービス。弱者を強者にするのがライフワークなの。どう？今なら底辺で出会った記念にあなたを強くしてあげるけど。
Noelle laughs at the absurdity of it all. This bizarre stranger is so nonsensical, so farcical that she can't even bring herself to be afraid.
ふざけないでよ。何も知らないくせに何気軽に歌ってるのよ。強くなれるのならとっくになって。私みたいな凡人じゃあの天才には何をやったってかなわない。
Rage and frustration spill from her lips. Emotions she has repressed for 6 years and now 13 years now.
何をやったって？今、そう言ったのかしら、お嬢さん。
It as though a switch has been flicked. High-heeled shoes click sharply against the stone as a white-coated figure approaches.
あなたはまだ何もしていない。
Honestly, she is kind of scary. Yeah, the way her face, they make her face. She is creepy. You know, she's crazy.
ただ生きてきただけ。強くなる努力も工夫も対価も愛も何一つ支払っていない。
Spindly fingers brush Noelle's lips. A pale hand lifts her mud-smeared chin.
でもまだ間に合うわ。ねえ、かわいいお嬢さん。強くなれるのなら本当に何をしてもいいのかしら？
What are you willing to do to gain more power? A newfound spark of resolve is lit within her. Ignoring her creeping dread, she nods in agreement, and her fate is sealed.
でも、どうやって？そんなの簡単よ。私があなたを本物の吸血鬼にしてあげる。え、待って。何言ってるの？
Okay, so she can gain more power. I mean, Noelle is crazy. She's gonna be much more crazier now.
吸血鬼にするって。うん。それより、本物って。そう。ノエルちゃんたら血を吸われたから使徒化してると思ってるけど、それただの勘違いだから。あなたには使徒になる才能すらない。本当の凡人であることをまだ受け入れてなかったのね。でも安心して。私の方法ならどんな人間も、それこそ虫けらだって吸血鬼にしてあげられるわ。待って私、汚染されてないの。だって喉が渇いて、こんなに苦しいのに。ああ、それ、ただの思い込み。あとちょっと風邪気味なだけなんじゃない？
As Noelle tries to scramble away, a weight gently settles on her back. She looks around to find her body entangled in sticky white threads. Something horrifying is on top of her, straddling her, running its glistening tongue over her lips like a colossal and hideous spider toying with a fly.
さあ行ってみましょうか。かわいい虫けらさん。いやー、臨床実験は私も初めてだからドキドキして思わず食べちゃいそう。
Like, come on, seriously, in this situation, can you even say no? Like, because yes, you cannot say no in this situation.
やめ、お願い、やめて。
Like, a rock is just gonna force herself anyways, no matter what you say.
やだ。吸血鬼になるのだけは死んでもいいや。
Okay, what happened? In a few short minutes, the pain of rebirth subsides. While her flesh has been entirely transformed, her mind remains intact. Her human sensory functions, cognition, and worldview are now being updated in real time to match her new physiology. Wait, it's already done? That fast? Her voice swells with equal parts joy and agony. She once swore that she would never become a vampire. That vow remains unbroken. For now, even seeking revenge on vampires remains her raison d'etre. But within minutes, that too will fade. As the ecstasy of immortality courses through her, her human obsessions will come to seem petty and small.
ほら、なってしまえば楽でしょ。そういう姿になったのは予想外だけど、そっか。ノエルちゃんはその頃が一番ノリノリだったってこと？
そうよ。文句ある？これが私。この姿が私。こうなりたかったのが私。すごく上出来。気に入ったわ、この姿。ありがとうって言ってあげる。
俺は結構慈善事業だもの。でもそれだけじゃあの大公社には勝てないわよ。むしろカモになった感じ？
そんなの言われなくても分かっているわ。今の私なら黒剣一本で始末される。
もちろん追加の注射をしなくちゃね。
それはさっきの注射と違うの？
Even her voice changed, right?
同じものよ。これ一本一本がイデアのレプリカ。一本ごとに使徒の海底を上げる私特製の麻薬ってわけ。ただし一本ごとに死の痛みが魂に降りかかっちゃう。痛覚のない人にとって原理の書き換えは死の痛みだもの。命の保証はできないってのが泣きどころかしらね。
The creature in the lab coat brandishes 6 syringes. Noelle senses innately that she is currently equal to a rank 2 dead apostle. A rank 4 dead apostle is capable of overpowering a typical executor, while a rank 5 bears a curse potent enough to defeat them by the score. If so, then after 2 or 3 more injections, she will have nothing left to fear. Should she take them all, she would ascend to the 8th rank, putting her on the verge of ancestorhood. Even a true ancestor would fear her. So you can be that strong just by using this? But each dose will drag her to death and back. And with the dead apostle's awareness, she can tell that her soul is not resilient enough to withstand them all.
一本で1回転。
But it looks like she became so much younger. The voice, right?
ええ、それは保証してあげる。さあ、あなたは何本まで試すのかしら。
An obscene smile. There's the newborn dead apostle to take the plunge. She hesitates for a moment, then snatches all 6 syringes from her benefactor's hand and face, contorted with fear, and drives one into her heart. A synthetic principle, idea mosaic courses through her veins. Agony far worse than her previous transformation rends her flesh, accompanied by a visceral revulsion, as though she was being rejected by Earth and everything upon it. One would think the capacity for pain is all that was left for her. A series of alterations are attempted, rejected, and revised in this nightmarish caricature of an experiment. Grotesque death and gruesome rebirth alternate in the span of seconds. Agony racks her crimson body, stripping her even of the ability to call for help. No moon shines down from above. No stars gleam in the sky. This is hell on earth, an inescapable 8-legged cage. And so her cries go unheard, swallowed by the darkness until she becomes a true vampire in body and soul. Okay, so I guess that's that. And Miss Noelle, she gained more power, I suppose. She lost. I mean, she didn't really accept the power, like she was scared, right? But then when she got it for the first time, she wanted more, and she is, I guess, gonna be very strong now. I wonder what she looks like though, right? Because yeah, her voice changed. So very curious to see what is she gonna be looking like. CL is leaving yet again, but with what's happening with Miss Noelle, she is gonna come back. So yeah, with this new, I guess, new chapter for this arc with CL, I wonder how Arc Wade is gonna fit in with this story, because as Miss Noelle is very strong now, how is the battles gonna be, right? This is gonna be very interesting. So anyways, we are gonna continue this and do more of Tsukihime, A Piece of Blue Glass Moon, in the next one. So I'll just see you then. Bye bye.